Hello, my beautiful Tauruses. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Empath Divine, your intuitive reader. I hope your week is going well. And if you would like to book your own personal self-love, self-care message, feel free to look in the description box below. And don't forget to check out the community tab. This is going to be your timeless self-care and self-love messages. So please make sure you're taking what applies to you, to your self-care and self-love journey, and look at your other placements to give you more messages. So I'm going to give you some channel messages first and then some oracle cards, okay? All right, Spirit, what can we tell Taurus in their self-love, self-care journey? Okay, I'm just going to give you that because that was already flopped out. Anything else, Taurus? Anything else, Spirit, for Taurus? Okay, you got these cards. Okay. All right. The Divine just wants that there for you. Okay, I'm going to give you that too. We have congrats, you did that. Okay, so listen, all right? Remember, these are general readings here. So I feel for some Tauruses, you guys are already putting in that work with healing. You decided to take that mask off. You decided to take that Band-Aid off your heart. And you said, you know what? I cannot procrastinate anymore. I am going to do what I have to do. And I feel like you are on the verge to something very successful, very like to completion. Because remember, you know, healing is like that energy of 9 and 10 with the karmic cycles and things ending. So you guys are literally healing a big, tremendous karmic cycle that is bringing in opportunities. Okay. Now, there is some Tauruses, though, that's still having a little bit of a hard time. But you are being told to give all the pain away so that you can receive all the love you deserve. It's time for you to surrender. Okay, surrender and release that pain. What pain that is so heavy that you carry on a daily basis to the point that it is weighing you down, like you literally physically feel drained here? What is a pain that you are holding on to that you know that is not healthy? It is something you have to let it go. You have to let it go physically, mentally, and emotionally so that you can be the best version of yourself. And you do know you have to put in healing for this in order for this to happen. Now, some of you may have to go to the extreme of speaking to a therapist, a psychologist, speaking to a mentor. You're going to have to go to that extreme to get this help if you can't do it by yourself. And Taurus, do not feel like you're weak because you can't do it by yourself, because Taurus, you guys are very headstrong. You're very strong. You're very determined, but you could be very stubborn sometimes. And I have to repeat that to some of y'all in the signs so that y'all can hear that. But you're not weak, okay? I don't want you ever to feel that, Taurus. You're not weak. You won't ever hear that come on my platform. You're not weak. You're strong as hell, okay? You're just like that bull. When you see that red, you charge. You're very powerful, but you do allow things to get in your way and you stay in this stuck energy. It's a lot of avoidance sometimes with Taurus. But if you can get through that avoidance, you will be on 100. And I do feel good majority of Tauruses is starting to become that version, but there is some Tauruses that still are struggling with that. So if some of you feel like this healing you're doing and this inner work you're doing by yourself, you can't do it, it could be time for you to join a mental support group or seeking therapy. Okay, or seeking someone to talk to help you through this. But give all the pain away, even mentally, spiritually. Say, listen, speak to the divine, speak to the universe and say, listen, God, I give all my pain away. I'm surrendering. You know, some of us, our ego side has control, and your ego side could be controlling. You know, perhaps you are controlling how you want to end things. And all you got to do is just say, listen, I surrender. I'm done. I don't want to do all this pain anymore. Help me release this pain so that I can receive all the love and abundance and opportunities and things that I deserve. So some of you definitely need to try to find a way to put in this healing. You can't tiptoe around it anymore. You can't try to take shortcuts around, because when you take shortcuts around, guess what happens? It takes you to a dead end. Or for some of you, you know how you're driving and you try to take a shortcut and it end up taking you back to the same block again? That's what it's doing. It's taking you right back to karmic block, because we have to do the lesson. You know, I'm sorry, you know, the divine and spirit doesn't give us shortcuts in this. We have to get through this lesson here. So a lot of you have to put in that work, and for others, you already are putting in that work. Okay, you are almost there. Do not give up now. Giving up is not an option. Some of you, even if you are putting in the healing, and for those that's not putting in the healing completely, this is still that sign here that you are literally almost there to where you need to be. You're literally almost there to the finish line. Okay, but you can't don't give up. Giving up is not an option. You have so much things waiting for you. Okay, congrats saying you did that. And definitely make sure, Tauruses, if a lot of you are on this journey of healing, congratulate yourself for accomplishments that you did. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how ridiculous you may think that it is. Even buy yourself some stickers too. Shit, take it back to old school with kids here. They got beautiful stickers on Amazon you could buy. You look it up. Self-love, empowerment. Look all that stuff up with the stickers. Applaud yourself. Get a vision board. The littlest thing that you may did that was different today. Hey, today I calmed my anger. The old me would have cursed this person out for what they said, but I calmed myself down. I said what I said, but I didn't say it without saying curse words. You know, just little things like that. Applaud yourself, okay, for it. All right. All right. Is there anything else for Taurus, for self-love, self-care that they need to know for their highest good? Please, Spirit. Anything else for Taurus? Okay, that's flipped over. You guys have two here. So you have the number 30. We have look for fairies here. And then we have making an altar. Immediately when I see these trees here, I feel like y'all need to get into grounding. You are an earth sign. So earth signs, I always encourage you guys to get in an earth environment, whether it's going to camping, the woods. I mean, I don't know how the weather is, whatever you guys are at. But if the weather is pretty warm right now, take advantage of that. I know a lot of people in certain states is really like going through it with this cold weather and snow. But if you could get around nature, get around nature and ground yourself, because you would definitely get so many synchronicities from the divine here. You would get so many messages from the divine. The fairies, you know, some people don't believe in it, some people do, but it's like, you know how like all of a sudden you receive something you've been looking for, you find it. It's like fairies. They're there to help you. But if you get into the earth element and get into nature, just even sitting at the park, even if it is cold where you at, if you could sit there in the park and sit on a bench for like 10 minutes. Have some hot chocolate or something with you, some tea to keep you warm. And have your mittens on too. We don't want your hands getting cold. Have a big coat on. See, my mother insists getting at me. But when you do sit there, just sit there and breathe. Don't say, all right, fairies, where you at with an attitude? Just stay in a calm mind here, set, right? Listen to meditation music if you can. And it will be some type of confirmation you guys will receive. And I feel like it will give y'all some confidence and momentum to keep going, okay? Making an altar, when this message come out here, this is a sign from your ancestors. So I feel like your ancestors is trying to communicate with you, Taurus, because they want to connect with you. They want to help you. Okay, if some of you already have an altar, this can be a sign that you need to cleanse your altar space, because sometimes if you don't clean it for a while, it gets dusty. That affects the way how they receive messages. They can't receive the things that you're putting out on the altar if you're not cleaning it every week or every 2 weeks. Some of you could be very stressed and you don't feel like cleaning it. Cleansing the space is very important so that the messages and things that you send them, they can receive safely and properly, and so that they can give you stuff. But some of you, if you don't have an altar, this card, usually when this comes out, this is a sign coming through to your ancestors and loved ones that you really, really admire and think of, saying, hey, you got to make an altar. Feel free to look up on YouTube about what is an altar, simple ways you can make an altar. Do remember, guys, you can make an altar however you want to make it, but it is always good to look at examples of how to make an altar, but you don't have to do exactly what people is doing in these videos, because the altar is a personal space for you and your ancestors and your loved ones, your family bloodline. So you are being encouraged. This is a sign your ancestors is trying to communicate with you. And I feel like if you make that communication with your ancestors, you don't even realize how they'll help you in a lot of ways than you may feel like. Okay, another message for Taurus, please. Thank you for self-love, self-care here. And we have feelings. Yeah, no longer suppressing the feelings here. You guys need to make a connection with yourself and actually put your hand on your heart and speak to your soul and say, I'm ready to make this connection with you, soul. I want to know, why am I running from this? Why am I avoiding this? You know what I'm saying? So that is important. Healing begins with feeling, Taurus. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. Be very gentle with self, okay? Because a lot of you are very fragile here. Let's give you self-care, another self-care message. You have positive energy. Definitely time for you to, change your mindset here. Okay. We have life is beautiful. And we have do what is right and not what is easy. Okay, that's really important here. Alrighty, so I hope this reading resonated for you, Taurus. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you feel that it resonates. And do remember, guys, you all are beautiful. Bye-bye.